From previous conversations with you, I know how important the difference between preparation and planning, or I should rather say planning and preparation, is in negotiation. Can you briefly explain to us what is the difference between the two?
Well, preparation and planning are both very important, and most people don't actually split the two up. But preparation is about the facts and the figures, and planning is really about how do you use those facts and figures. So, for example, preparation would be what are our objectives, what are our negotiable issues, what can we trade, what will we lose if we give something away, what will we gain if we get something, what's our target, all those kind of things. And most importantly, one of the things is what's our worst case on each of those particular negotiable issues. Whereas planning is what do I do with them? So where do I open? What do I want to do behaviorally in this negotiation? Planning is a bit like a child's mobile above a cot. When you push one thing, lots of other things change. So to plan to do something sequentially never works in a negotiation because the other side never does exactly what you want to do. So you have to have a range of options that you can cope with whatever comes your way.
So you have to think ahead about things that might happen, that might come your way, and how you would respond.
Yeah, so in the planning and preparation, you consider all those things that I've just talked about, but after you've considered them from your point of view, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the other people and consider it from their point of view, and that's vital.
Is there an ideal ratio in terms of how much time you spend preparing and planning versus time at the table, or does that depend on the situation?
No, I don't think there's an ideal ratio. It depends upon the situation. Some deals are very complex, and the preparation and planning will take far much longer than the actual negotiations will. What is important is that you do both, because what we've found is that skilled negotiators spend as much time planning as they do preparing. But average negotiators probably only prepare and don't really plan what to do.
Okay, all right. And why is that important?
Well, there's an old military adage, which I don't particularly like in negotiations because it's quite adversarial, but no plan survives first contact with the enemy. If you haven't planned at all, then you won't survive any contact with the enemy.
All right.
Don't treat it as adversarial, but at least if you've got a plan and you can try to assume what's going to come your way and how you're going to cope with it, then that's very important. And preparation is obviously very important. Otherwise, you give so much away that you really don't know what you're giving away.
Indeed.